world is a chessboard. Every move, every glance, every word is a calculated maneuver. And like all great chess masters, you must see beyond the surface, beyond the obvious, to play the game of attraction with the precision of a seasoned strategist. Women don't simply want a man. They want a man who understands the game, a man who knows how to move, how to influence, how to make his presence felt. The question is, are you that man? This isn't about charm. Charm is fleeting. It's about power. Power to influence, power to captivate, power to make her crave what you have, not just in the moment, but long after you're gone. This is about the art of attraction, rooted in the time-tested strategies of Machiavelli, the mind who understood power not just as an end, but as an ongoing, living force. To master this game, you must first understand that it's not about her, it's about you. It's about how you view the world, how you define yourself, and how you allow the world to see you. Because when you stand tall in your own power, when you embody confidence and control, the game changes. Women won't just notice you, they'll chase you. But how do you become that man? How do you embody the very principles that allow you to control the narrative, influence her thoughts, and captivate her heart? The answer lies in the very philosophies that Machiavelli himself embraced. You become the master of your own fate, the architect of your destiny, confidence, the foundation of your power. True confidence is not an act. It is a state of being. It is a quiet, unshakable force that emanates from the core of who you are. You must understand that confidence is not about being louder, more extroverted, or more overtly dominant. It is about knowing who you are and walking through the world with a silent understanding that you don't need validation from anyone. Think of Cesare Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander VI. His reputation for power was built not just on his military prowess, but on his confidence. He ruled not through brute force, but through the steady conviction that no one could defy him. Women are attracted to this same unwavering confidence. It's not about what you do or what you say. It's about how you carry yourself. The confidence to stand apart from the crowd. The confidence to refuse to shrink into the shadows. The confidence to know that you deserve the very best and to never settle for less. True confidence is magnetic. When you walk into a room with that quiet assurance, you don't need to say a word. People, especially women, feel the gravitational pull. This confidence isn't arrogance. It's not about puffing your chest out or trying to prove something. It's about standing firm in the truth of who you are. Psychological strategy. Understanding the mind. But confidence alone isn't enough. To truly master the game, you must understand the psychology of attraction. You must see through the veneer and understand what drives her, what ignites her, what makes her feel desire. Attraction is not purely physical. It is psychological, emotional, and deeply rooted in perception. In the world of Machiavelli, the mind was always the battlefield. The greatest conquerors, from Julius Caesar to the cunning Cesare Borgia, knew that to win, they had to conquer minds before they conquered hearts. The art of seduction, in this sense, is not just about being physically attractive. It's about understanding how she thinks and how she feels. It's about knowing what makes her tick, what ignites her passion, and what keeps her hooked. This is where the true strategy lies. In understanding that women are emotional creatures first, rational creatures second. If you can tap into her emotions, if you can create a sense of intrigue, mystery, and excitement, You will dominate her thoughts. You will become the focal point of her desire, the one person who stands apart from the rest. Think about how the greatest figures in history manipulated perception. Lorenzo de' Medici, known as the Magnificent, didn't just rule through wealth and power. He ruled through his ability to understand people, what they needed, what they feared, and what they desired. He played the long game, appealing to emotions, using calculated charm, and understanding how to use his influence to captivate. Self-mastery. Controlling your emotions. To truly captivate a woman, you must master one key component: yourself. A man who is ruled by his emotions is a man who will never achieve true power. To become irresistible, you must have control over your own emotional landscape. You must remain calm, composed, and collected, no matter what the circumstances. This is where Machiavelli's philosophy becomes crucial. The man who is ruled by his passions is the man who risks everything in the heat of the moment. The man who is able to step back, to analyze, to respond with cool precision is the man who will win the game. Self-mastery is about never showing weakness. It's about never letting her see you in a state of desperation or neediness. You must always maintain your sense of dignity and control. Women are attracted to men who are in control, not just of the situation, but of themselves. When you are the master of your emotions, you become an enigma, someone who can handle any challenge that comes their way without breaking a sweat. This unshakable sense of self-mastery is one of the most powerful traits a man can have. It creates a sense of respect and admiration, qualities that are crucial for attraction. Charisma, the invisible force. But even confidence and self-mastery aren't enough. To truly make her want you, you must cultivate the art of charisma, the invisible force that draws people in, that makes them want to be around you, that creates an aura of magnetism wherever you go. Charisma isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's not about being the most charming or the most outgoing. Charisma is about presence. It's about energy. Think about the way great leaders like Napoleon Bonaparte or JFK commanded a room. It wasn't just their words, it was the sheer force of their presence. When they spoke, people listened. When they entered a room, it was as if the air itself changed. This is the power of charisma. It isn't something you can fake, and it isn't something you can simply learn in a day. Charisma comes from within, from a deep sense of confidence and self-assuredness. It's the result of a life lived with purpose, with passion, and with an unshakable belief in your own value. To build your own charisma, you must first cultivate a sense of purpose. You must know who you are and where you're going. People are drawn to those with direction, those who seem to have a vision, a plan, and the confidence to pursue it relentlessly. Emotional intelligence, the master of connections. But even the most charismatic man cannot maintain an influence if he does not understand the emotional landscape of those around him. To truly master attraction, you must develop your emotional intelligence. You must become adept at reading people, understanding their desires, their fears, their motivations. Only by understanding these subtle currents can you begin to influence and shape the relationship. In Machiavellian terms, emotional intelligence is your ability to read the room, to understand not just what is being said, but what is unsaid. A man who cannot read between the lines will never fully understand the hearts of those around him. A man who can see the unspoken desires, the hidden motivations, is a man who will always remain one step ahead. To develop emotional intelligence, you must first master the art of listening. You must learn to pay attention, not just to the words, but to the tone, the body language, the subtle shifts in mood. These are the signals that reveal everything. By becoming attuned to these cues, you can craft your responses with precision, making her feel understood, valued, and wanted in ways that others simply cannot. Resilience, the strength to endure. But even as you play the game, remember this. It's not a game of instant gratification. Mastery takes time. It requires patience, discipline, and the ability to withstand failure. There will be moments when the game feels impossible, when you feel like you're losing ground. But it's in these moments that your resilience will be tested. Think of the great conquerors, the warriors who shaped history. They didn't rise to power on the first attempt. They failed. They faltered. But it was their resilience, their refusal to give up, that ultimately made them victorious. To make her want you, you must possess this same resilience. You must be able to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, even when it feels like the world is against you. The vision, the final piece, and finally, the most powerful weapon in your arsenal: vision. To truly captivate a woman, you must show her that you have a future, a path, a purpose. You must demonstrate that you are not just a man in the moment, but a man who is building something. Women are drawn to men who are creating, evolving, and becoming more. This is the ultimate form of attraction. A vision for a better tomorrow, one that she can see herself becoming a part of. A man without a vision is a man without a direction, a man without a purpose. And no woman will ever want to follow a man who has no path forward. But a man who has a vision, who is relentless in the pursuit of his goals, is a man who becomes a magnet. His passion, his drive, his belief in himself, it's all irresistible. Take control, master the game, make her want you. This is not just about attraction, it's about power, influence, and the unshakable knowledge that you are the one who commands the room. Become the man who knows the rules, who plays with precision, and who rises above the ordinary. And when you do, you'll discover that the game of attraction is yours to win.